Hi, I'm Morgan Weatherwax. So, this is our last discussion. So, here we go. The first question for this discussion was: did your experience in this class fit with the goals or concept of this course? Why or why not? So, my experience in this class was overall pretty good. It was a little bit difficult just because it was online. That's something new to me, but since it was since the class was small group, um, I guess you could say I did meet our goal. I think we were very productive when we did do assignments and we went through the book together. And when I went through the book, it was productive. So overall, it was a good experience and it did fit the goals and the concepts of this course did fit. So overall, it was good. Moving on to the second question. How did this class and the textbooks challenge your existing ideas or assumptions of working in small groups? Um, I guess the class more than the textbook challenged me, um, purely because we are all on different schedules and, you know, having to do it, our group had to do it online, all online. So that was very new. So that's more challenging using the online stuff and trying to be creative in ways to get a hold of each other and things like that. Um, but, working in groups can always be frustrating. But I definitely have learned a lot from this and how to be more productive in groups and how to approach small groups. Um, I definitely learned a lot. Um, so that was good. Uh, but I guess it I'd like to use from what I learned from the textbook and what I learned from my group in more so in person in like a small group in person because it was all online. So it's I guess a different feel to a small group. So um, I definitely like to use um, what I've learned in person. So the third question is, what did you learn about yourself? Um, I definitely learned how to be more patient with other people. Um, that's kind of what I learned that I can get frustrated. Like I said, we're athletes. At least in my group, we had a lot of athletes, and um, we had to take care of our families. We were on kind of different schedules, so I had to be more patient with like when it was better for the group to work and trying to get everyone together. So I definitely learned how to be more patient and how to be a better listener, I guess you could say, and listening to other people's input and just doing what's best for the group. I thought I was already good at that, but I definitely learned ways to be better. Okay. um, the fourth question was, what concepts in the textbook stood out to you? Were they new or in opposition to what you already know? Why or why not? Well, I really liked chapter three, and it was the five rules that prevent clear expression. So it was the controller, blamer, pleaser, distractor, and ghost. I thought this was very interesting because it's kind of true how I don't know. I'm on the volleyball team, and I kind of use the textbook, I guess, as like a way to like look at how like the group of volleyball goes, as well. So I mean, we did go over it in class and like how groups can do this, but I guess I related this more to my volleyball group. But like how there's like a controller of the group and like a blamer, like the pleaser, the ghost of like, So it was interesting to kind of read these concepts and apply them to my life. So I found those concepts very interesting. But even in my family, because my family, I do have a big family, um, in that group, it's interesting to see who, the pleasers are and who's gonna maintain everything, and then like who's always like, oh, blaming people, and who's like the controller. It's just very interesting, and who's kind of just the outside person of that. So that was interesting to me. I really loved that chapter. And then another chapter that I really enjoyed was chapter 4, just trying to be a better listener, and kind of ways to different kinds of listening and listeners, and learning about that. Um, it really kind of helped me. And so I did actually learn a lot more about, leadership, listening, what kind of people there are in groups and stuff, from what I already knew. So it's just interesting to put that in perspective of my everyday life and the people that I work with daily, or, converse with. So yeah. So the final question is, how will you prepare for future experiences in working in a small group? Um, hmm. Well, I definitely like being the leader of the small group, so I guess I've kind of found ways to be better in that sense, in how I can kind of listen to people and evaluate people better and get their input, and um, make the group happy, but also get the stuff done with the group, I guess. So it's gonna be interesting to see, like I kind of said earlier in the video, like how I'm gonna actually use this in a small group, person to person, because my group was all online. So that is definitely going to be um, a little different. So I'm just gonna look out for like ways I can definitely be a better listener. I think that's one thing in my life that I would love to get better at. Um, and just maintaining the group in a positive way, and um, making sure everything's intact, I guess. Being on top of things, definitely. Sometimes in our group, we were always on top of things, so it's something that I would like to be better at. Like, we were kind of scattered to get everything done in a certain amount of time, so reminding myself and reminding others that we have to get this done, and things like that, I guess. But overall, I think this class has really helped me with moving forward in, I guess, my life of and interacting with groups. So, yeah.